Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another quick post-fight analysis from the Bellator fights Thursday. These fights, they usually come on early in the afternoon because they're in Italy. They come on like at, I think around like 1:30. The prelims start at 1:30 and the main card starts at like 4 p.m. So, I did watch these fights, but I just wanted to go back and do a post-fight analysis for the three women's fights on this card. And Mandy Böhm versus Griet Eeckhout, this was their Bellator debut. Mandy Böhm, she was able to score a pretty dominant decision over Griet, and this was like classic matchup of striker versus grappler or wrestler. You got a fighter in Griet who wants to get on the inside and clinch and try to take somebody like Mandy Böhm to the ground, but Mandy Böhm, in order to stop the rush of takedowns and the pressure, what does she do? It's one thing I always say to boxers and MMA fighters is have a good solid jab. I mean, she had that solid jab, but she also possessed some very, very impressive strength in there. I mean, just the way Mandy was able to control Griet from the inside and the outside and just be so comfortable, you could tell she was a very physically strong fighter. She was able to just control clinches, push Griet off of her, and just go right back to his the basic jab and the 1-2, and then throw like flurries and really dominate over Griet. I mean, so it was pretty much a shutout decision. But I mean, just going back and looking at the performance of Mandy, if you want to be a top level striker or going towards being a top level striker in UFC or Bellator, she definitely possesses some, strengths that you might want to take a look at. If you are a fighter that wants to go in there and be a striker or a boxer, you got to be able to have solid takedown defense, but you also got to be hella strong. That's one of the things a lot of fighters forget about is being strong. They always think power and just letting your hands go, but you got to be strong, especially to stump takedowns the way she was doing, or fighting in the clinch. Even going back to the fight with Loma Labukni, which I'm going to talk about in a video later on tonight. But yeah, just going back to this fight, man. Right away, Mandy was just using her jab and pressure over Griet, really making it known. Like I said, she was the longer fighter, and she was just trying to really utilize that reach while Mandy, while Griet was trying to step in. But Mandy, she was just letting some good jabs and right hands go. And Griet, she was trying her best to get on the inside of that reach because she wasn't going to strike with her. So finally, when she got on the inside of Mandy, she scored a takedown. But Mandy, again, like I said, she showed how strong she was just by defending off her back and just standing up. She was just able to get off of her back and stand up back to her feet. So Griet tried to press that clinch and smother Mandy, but Mandy's physically strong, just controlling those clinches with the knees and the 1-2s and just simply breaking out and pushing her off to go right back to fight at a distance. And she's controlling with that very solid thudding jab. And every time Griet tried to push her way in, Mandy would clinch her or would just push her off. And that's why I like to see when a fighter don't want to fight on the inside, you just got to be able to push that fighter off. Or you just catch them coming in with a couple of knees and throw them off. So first round right away, I could see that was setting the pace for Mandy Böhm. She dominated the round with more strikes, using forearms in the clinch, and just really nullifying the shorter fighter. The shorter fighter that wants to present that brute style but didn't have that strength. So, she was just able to push her off. And like I said, I think Griet just spent too much time trying to clinch with her and forced a takedown, instead of trying to, strike back. Because at that point, I think trying to strike back and trying to set a pace with your own jab and get on the inside with some punches, that would have been her best bet, because she wasn't going to take her down at this pace. Not with Mandy in round one, where she coming in fresh and, still strong. Round two, it was just more good striking from Mandy, really striking and boxing, just stuffing the jab in the face, moving side to side, really just boxing at this range and just keeping the grappler at bay. Griet was unable to find a way in without getting punished. A few times she would land a good shot over the top, but she didn't really make adjustments to capitalize off that when she closed the distance. So there was a couple times I'd say she landed a good overhand right, but she really wasn't able to capitalize. So Mandy just continued to move forward or move around and just pick her shots. Griet, like I said, she would go in for these clinches, but you could really see that she wasn't strong enough to take her down. And I think that's something that they would have to go back to the drawing board and say, we need to really work on your strength, especially if you're going to be a grappler in there. You got to be able to take any size fighter down, or, know how to maneuver, use that head control. She wasn't really using too much good head control. I think when she would clinch with Mandy on the fence, she would reach for those legs, but her head was way down by the body instead of, pushing her head up to control Mandy's head. So Mandy was really just getting comfortable, locking her in for clinches and just thudding her with those knees to the body and then breaking out. Last round, again, I'll just say it was more dominant work from Mandy, just picking her shots from the outside, jabbing, throwing those nice front kicks to kick that shorter fighter back. Griet really not getting on the inside because, again, she's just darting straight in with no head movement or feints. Again, if she would have used something like head movement or feints, it would kind of intimidate the other fighter by, making them try to predict what you're going to do next. And then next thing you know, you're on the inside and you're taking them down with a single leg or a double leg takedown. But I think that Mandy was just able to pick her apart, even on the inside, just because she was so much more stronger and comfortable. I mean, the comfort came from being stronger. She knew she was stronger than Griet, so she was just like, I can do whatever I want from the inside or the outside. I mean, overall, just a good dominant fight for Mandy Böhm. She improves to, I think she came in 6-0. Yes, she improves to 7-0 now. So she's just another flyweight to look out for right now, man. I mean, at 7-0, this being her Bellator debut, I know she might want to get maybe like 2 or 3 more fights in with some more top level Bellator flyweight ladies, just to see where she'll place next. I think maybe a fight with her and Bruna Ellen would be okay. I think that would be an okay fight. Or Lara. I think her and Lara, that would be a good fight. I would be going for Lara in that fight, but I think that would be a good test for Mandy Böhm. But for somebody like Griet Eeckhout, I think she just got to go to the drawing board to get a lot stronger, man, because I think she definitely got the right idea on how to get the clinches and take a fighter down. But if you ain't got that strength, you really can't get your technique going. You're just going to get dominated, and you got to find a way to get on the inside better than just shooting straight in or just staying on the end of the jab. It's going to be a long night. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this, guys. Definitely a fight you might want to go back and check out. I think the flyweight division in Bellator is very solid. Just got to see these ladies fight more. They just got to be more active, man, because they got a lot of talent. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this, guys. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.